and it's going to be really embarrassing. Even worse is the REM show on Thursday night, which is only half full. But I wouldn't have to be doing the REM show for money if you'd all gone and bought my book. If you loved me more, you would have bought my book, which I only wrote for the money because you didn't buy my solo album. Duke magazine described as music for dentists' waiting rooms. If the people of Melbourne had loved SK more, they could have given him a nice semi in Brunswick, where all the songwriters are. A nice garden with lemon trees and the train running at the bottom. Yeah, Brunswick, where I could have been at home with my people, the songwriters. Did you know Brunswick's got more songwriters than any other place in the whole fucking world? So burglars, don't go there, because you won't find anything. I could popped over to Paul Kelly's to borrow a rhyming dictionary, or having a kombucha with Peter Lucky Luscombe while he plays drums on my new demo, or getting a manicure with Ronnie Pino in Fitzroy, or kicking a footy round with Ash Naylor in the flugelhorn player from Hunters and Collectors' back garden, before a quick Coopers at the Espy and a fucking Nokia at Topolino's, before the graveyard shift at Prince of Wales for the Mondo Rock tribute. You should have asked me when I was alive, what could Melbourne do for SK? First of all, I never wanted to stay at that hotel in Northcote, the one with a single bed and the AC you couldn't turn off was so small the mice had round shoulders. You should have left him alone on the trams. He doesn't fucking know where the trams are going. He doesn't know where to fucking stand and hail them. He doesn't have a fucking Mikey card, so leave him alone. When I do those Golden Great tribute shows at the Palais, don't sandwich me between Uncanny X-Men and Kids in the Kitchen. It's so undignified for a Renaissance man like me. I'm glad the MWF, that's Melbourne Writers Festival, has had me on twice. But what about Moomba, huh? You had a chance for a kingly king. Could you imagine me on my golden cart, dispensing blessings? I never got to play tennis or music at Rod Laver Arena. And what about that new disco they had in Melbourne during the 80s? I never got an invite there either. Did any of you ever go there? There was a new disco. Yeah, I heard about that. Bit of regrets about the life I could have had. You know, I rocked and took drugs so you lot didn't have to. You'll never understand the trauma of what I went through. Arguing with the makeup lady on Countdown because my forehead was too shiny. And the cameraman telling Marty to get his fringe out of his eyes. And then you go through all that and your episode is cancelled because of a fucking cricket game. Yeah, no one remembers a cricket game from 1988, but guess what? Everyone's still singing Under the Milky Way. Vindication, SK. Redemption, you old rocker. May you rest in peace, knowing you prevailed. You survived New Romanticism and breakdancing and Spandau Ballet and Duran Duran and that time that the Qantas plane blew up an engine over Albury and you were much calmer than Barry Crocker who sat up in business class simpering in his G&T. You survived a big drug bust in NYC and you survived microwaving your smack with Bobby Gillespie in the green room at Holt Street in Sweden. And you got through knocking over Iggy Pop's drink one night in Atlanta, and then you insulted Patti Smith at the Opera House, and then you randomly averted a disaster when drunken stone Richard Plough wanked into Ian McCulloch's guacamole backstage at Universal Amphitheatre. I prevented that from happening. And